After our slow start, I'd been around long enough to know that I would have to answer to the media and my critics. Navigating that press conference was tougher than picking up a full-on blitz, but I got it done. Afterwards, I was surprised to get a text from Coach Vaitai.
Today, from Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, it's Week 4 of the NFL on EA Sports.
legendary coach and co-founder of the Bengals. Here's a good look at Paul Brown Stadium on the riverfront in Cincinnati. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general. Carry for Nick Chubb, and he'll be corralled right around the 34. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Chubb. Breaks the tackle, now an alley. There he goes, right side. 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his first touchdown on the year. And the Browns have taken the early lead. Nick Chubb, about as dynamic a runner as the NFL has to offer. He put his talents on full display there. That was some kind of run.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. It only took him 2 plays there to find the end zone. The last one, the long run, getting him in for 6 points. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync, otherwise your quarterback gets hit.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Burrow. And he big tight end over the middle. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 22 yards there, a first down. Good job there to locate his tight end, Charles, in the middle of the field.
Yeah, he has good pass-catching abilities, and if they're able to continue to find him here in the early going, I think it'll help out his teammates out on the perimeter. You can take the big shots later if he occupies their attention.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
1st down. Here's Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him.
Come on!
And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation allows him to get home.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow dancing. Now Burrow loses the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot. In that time, he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open field very often. Remember, he's not Lamar Jackson, not Michael Vick back in the day. Always has to protect the football because there's always going to be people around.
First down, they'll run with Chubb. Nice stiff arm.
Underused, but still effective.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Nick Chubb hit 21.95 miles an hour on a long touchdown run in 2019, 4th fastest in the NFL, and he flashed the big-time speed again there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And it's good to make it 14-0. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
The numbers for Mixon last week: 16 carries, 74 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, he's the #2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to #1. because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes the leading rusher.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Eluding the pressure right. Now Burrow loses the football. And I think the Browns got it. They did. It's a foot race past the 20. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for a Browns TD. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
No way, you're kidding me!
Now the try here for the extra point. It's good, and before you know it, it's 21-0. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 21-0 our score after 1.
Bengals nothing.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He finds his running back, Mixon. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
That's pulled in at the 32. That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
The Browns drive about to get started. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about.
Big plays are starting to become the trend here in this first half, and everything that they've tried has worked. And there's another example right there.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. So, Charles, here we are heading towards midseason. It has not been the greatest of starts for this quarterback. He's had so much success in his career, but many on social media and the morning talk shows wondering if he's lost his fastball, so to speak. What have you seen?
Well, a good bit of what you were just talking about there, and let's face it, the debate has been on for a little while now. With his morning talk shows, on the TV shows, in the newspapers, you name it. Bottom line is, he is not the same player that we've seen in the past. We know he's going to be a Hall of Famer. I'm just wondering if it's running through his mind right now, if he's trying to decide, is this my last year or not? And if so, will the head coach and will the team stick with him as a starter as they head down the stretch?
They set up the screen to Chubb, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Browns add on to their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. So that drive, 4 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work. First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because when you come out of the gate this strong, that means that you have planned for it and you like the results that you're getting. So I wouldn't have any doubt that the head coach, offensive coordinator, actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see plenty of that as this season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Burrow. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. picked off near the 34. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. No going for two. They'll kick the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken about 7 yards deep, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Bengals getting set to go, and they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Burrow looking to pass. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Trying to improvise. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And oh, he coughed it up. And I think the Browns got it. They did.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Now Nick Chubb of the Browns gets set for their next possession. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
We'll see how much they give him the ball here. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun, Coe. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect him a tackle.
And he's got his tight end. It's Hooper for the Browns touchdown. Austin Hooper. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are pouring it on.
They really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Now the try here for the point after. And the route is on here in this first half. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down.
He's forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now it's Burrow. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken at the 15. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll begin with one of the top rivalries in the AFC, if not all of football. Pittsburgh heading to Foxborough to take on New England. And it's the Steelers who are out in front. The Steelers trying to finish that one off and claim victory. From there, we head on over to Wisconsin to check on the Packers at home at Lambeau Field. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Philadelphia Eagles. The Packers trying to hold on and claim victory. Finally, let's get down to Houston. Check on the Texans at home at NRG Stadium. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting Jaguars. Deshaun Watson has thrown a touchdown pass. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race, very one-sided to this point. And for the call of the second half, let's get it back to our commentating team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Bucs set to get the football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back.
Return team.
What did they call that on?
This is going to put him back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
A gain of 3, second down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know, they're just trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target. I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
And it looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down.
Hey, defense, let's go. Pick it up, D.
Burrow will throw. And that is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. So here are the Browns to take over. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak, on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Coe. And finding the tight end Hooper. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Hey, check Mike 50. Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Let's go, D.
A run for Nick Chubb. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And again, it's Chubb. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Looking to throw. Cole. And that will be incomplete.
The pass intended for number 86.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here's Jamie Gillen now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. Amazing. Perfectly placed. If that ball goes 1 extra yard, maybe not even an extra yard, the starting point is the 20.
So there is a reason that a lot of punters are also excellent golfers. They know distance control. You know what else they have? Same groove motion over and over. Once they have that down, it repeats under pressure.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. You're down on the scoreboard, and this is not what you want to see. 99 yards of field in front of you.
Yeah, and it just shows how important a good punter can be and how that person can really help out a team. I guarantee you his agent will be taking that video clip in the next contract negotiation, don't you think? And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what second down brings. 7 yards there and a first down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
So a little more space to operate now. 1st and 10 from right around the 12.
Let's go, defense.
Now Joe Mixon. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And they're bringing down here at about the 22-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I got kicked out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. And he will be taken down with a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the third quarter. Is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Burrow on first down. A short throw caught by Andrews. That catch good for only a couple. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, They have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under.
And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down.
Taken down back
A CD, you know, so often we talk about quarterbacks holding on to the ball too long. Well, we can't say that there. He had no time to do much of anything.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing, and if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll give it to Mixon. Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive, because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well, because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699. Another shot to at least get on the board here. This is 3rd and goal. Now it's Burrow. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. And showcasing those strong legs on that run, getting through one tackle. She winds up getting 8 there.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
And the Browns 1st down.
No way, you're kidding me.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Going deep for Diggs. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Going deep for Diggs. It's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 36 yards on the play.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout, and actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours, and they certainly weren't kidding.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Going for it all. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
He's got the first down inside the 10. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Now the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Kenny Golladay is intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Dumps it off to Mixon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's A.J. Cole now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Fielded just inside the 20. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before we hit triple zeros. The Browns drive about to get started, and it's starting to look like that 3-game losing streak is going to be a thing of the past here. Coming up 1st and 10 in the fourth quarter. Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the Browns, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And they will head home next week to take on the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
That was a comeback effort for the ages. How were you feeling afterwards?
Relieved, to say the least. A slump at that age can finish you, but I knew I had enough to help the team.